Good afternoon. Today I'm very happy to be here to have this opportunity to work with experts from international cultural society. My presentation is about cultural belief in the Wood divination. I will talk from the angle of religion and culture. My name is He Changwen. I'm from Dalian Minzu University. This is my outline. There are 4 parts. Number 1, the concept of the Wood divination. The second is the origin of Wood divination. The third, I will talk about the belief, cultural belief. The fourth, I will talk about the element of the Wood culture belief. First, I want to talk about the culture of Wood culture. The divination is a kind of divination to tell the future, where people is limited. People want to know what will happen in the future to become unlimited. So to look into the future, to tell the future is our idea. Here I'm showing to you the bone divination. Here use straws for divination. And this is the straw. This is the dream divination. On the right, it is the star divination. So the divination of all the countries and the nations, it happens. But here I want to talk about the Wood divination. Wood and wood products are used for divination. Trees, branches, or regular wood stick are used for the telling the future. This concept in the official Chinese culture, there's no such a issue. China is a country with multiple culture.
In many minority groups, they already enjoy the long terms of divination. But in our official culture, such kind of divination technologies, divination is being neglected. I tried to search on the internet about the divination. You can find a lot of papers published by me. Originality of the divination. First, I want to introduce you in the Ireland in ancient times. There's a book called the Atlas of Divination, and it is a kind of divination codex. And in this codex it's mentioned that if you want to make a decision, you have to throw the sticks. And for the rules and procedures to throw in the sticks, only certain kind of authorized person can know. In China, we also have a historical atlas, and in that book, the divination terminology also being mentioned. But the author writes that divination practice only exists in some minority people concentrated area. So in the official language, in the official culture in China, very few scholars pay their attention into the divination. But you can still find traces in the traditional Chinese writings. For example, this Chinese character xiang. Xiang is a combination of timber and ice. On the left-hand side is Chinese character wood. Right-hand means ice. These two together formed a Chinese character called xiang. In the Asian book, the meaning of this xiang is the forester's measurement process. Like the carpenter or the logger, they measure the timber. So this is the combination of wood and the ice. So in the ancient inscription on bones or inscription on turtle shell, you can also find such kind of ancient characters. This is also xiang. Left is timber, right is ice. But for me, I think it's not a measurement, it is a divination. By using the woods and timber to project the future. In the minority group concentrated area, such kind of divination still exists. Like a new baby is born, then a symbolic tree would be appointed. And depending on the tree's growth situation, it can tell you the baby's future's destiny and fate. Whether the baby is facing a lot of challenges or enjoy very smooth life based on this growth of this tree. These types of augury method is very much in line with the minority group's tradition. Like the same age trees, this picture shows that a child is planting same age tree as his age. This tree would be a kind of reflection of his future's destiny. And there's a famous Zhou Yi book in China. Also some superstitious prediction in that book. Since it is one very ancient book, I can't elaborate the meaning. Because in this Zhou Yi book, the man side is using the character to reflect to visualize the real situation. So ancient Chinese people think that the land or terrestrial surface trees on the land can be best reflect the terrestrial situation. So once you see the trees, you can see your lifetime destiny. So life and the trees, human life and trees had already a kind of predestined relationship. This divination method is being carried out by using trees. This is different from by using stars. The astrology is different with the astrology method. But neither methods being recorded in the Chinese official books. Thirdly, I want to talk about belief, ideology. It seems that all the goods being used for augury or divination purposes are being empowered with some vivid spirit. No matter it is trees or it is stars, it is a kind of a mysterious material good. Next, I want to talk about Ogam letters. Ogam letters originated from character. So these are the letters to be used for auguring purposes. But in the divination process, each letter is corresponding to different types of branches of the trees. I gave you this matrix to see that different tree species representing different letter, and use this particular tree species branch, you can do a kind of augury. But how to do the interpretation of the divination? Only certain people can do so. Since trees has the spiritual essence, in China we have a lot of ancient big trees, like some the mulberry trees in the ancient China. People regard mulberry tree served when the sun rises. The mulberry tree can help sun to wipe out the water or juice. So some of the Asian trees in China, their life cycle can be as long as 10,000 years. So it's a kind of a reflection of eternity, longevity. Another is a temple, English word. Although nowadays temple is a kind of a temple, but the original meaning in the root of this word is tree. So you can see the tree's relationship with temple is intertwined. This is a praying process to pray the trees. You can see that the trees can already show its spirit by such kind of size, dimensional size. This is an ancient tree from Temple of Heaven in Beijing. Second, I want to talk about the coexistence of human belief and the trees. Coexistence means the lives of trees and human beings are being intertwined. Humans may use trees to measure their lives. At the life level, trees and human beings have same structure. I show you 3 Chinese cultures. The first is Dong, means Oriental or East. Second is Gao. Last is Yao. You can see all these 3 characters are being combined with the Chinese character sun, wood. Oriental or East means the sun just rises. Gao means noontime, so you can see the sun is on the top. Yao means evening time, and sun already falls down, so the sun is on the bottom. Trees can be regarded as scales of time, and the time is scales of life. There is another ancient Norse history book it recorded a story that one emperor's brother died in a war. And when the emperor recalled, because this emperor has 4 other brothers, and when the brothers were born, each of the brother planted a tree, and this brother died in the fighting ground, planted a tree at the southwestern corner of the courtyard. And right after planting, the tree very soon died out. So the tree reflected the life destiny of his brother. Another book documented similar stories. There was a tribunal. If twins being born, 2 trees need to be planted. And the growth condition of the trees would reflect the children's future. And also, Maori people had the same types of tradition, planted tree seedling after a baby is born. Likewise, they would say that if tree grows very good, then the baby would enjoy a prosperous life, and vice versa. I also visited New Zealand and talked about their Maori culture, so it verified my literature review. In Lijiang of China, we also have similar history. Like in Chinese, we have a saying that only after 18 years a tree can grow into a big one and good enough for harvesting. And we also say that children would get married after they are 18 years old. So, they use same time frame, 18 years. And in some other tribunal area, they have the tradition after a person died, they would plant a tree. After a new baby born, a tree would also be planted. It shows throughout the whole life, people are so closely connected to trees. So trees becomes the symbol of life. People tend to put their emotional feelings onto the trees. In today's literature, there are some psychological, clinical testing methods. They use this tree personality testing. This testing method actually originated from Dr. Koch from Switzerland, and another U.S. scholar, Bach, improved this methodology. Dr. Bach used HTP testing method. 3 elements in this HTP, that is home tree people, using 3 elements to become a testing method. Use 3 elements to test people's consciousness, psychological aspects. So the testing is a kind of people's emotional ties to their home. This is a testing method. Next, I want to talk about belief. Because I said there's a strong emotional ties between man and trees. So the strongest emotional tie is belief. So by this strong belief, we are calling upon sustainable forest management. In the modern era, we suffer a lot of degradation, desertification problems. That was a result of the human greedy pursuit. This is in northeast part of China, a lot of trees being cut down to build a railway and other structures. So we need to respect harmony between nature and people, and to internalize this kind of belief into our actions. Because we are talking about wood culture today, a lot of cultures are external things. Because some people mention about the international conventions, all these kind of concepts and practices are kind of unstable dams. Because such types of unstable dams can be easily watered rushed away by the people's internal greediness pursuit. Only by internalize our belief from the bottom of our hearts, we can better protect trees and to make trees our home. In this regard, ITS would play a vital role. Thank you.